Hello, hello, everybody. You have found your way once again to the Subjects Podcast. I'm here with my buddy Sebastian.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, we are in the middle of a very leisurely break that I'm sure the two of us could both use.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness, what have you done so far?
Break wise?
Yeah, is it just kind of like sitting around or?
Yeah, I was just kind of sat around a lot.
Yeah,
I haven't had much to do. So, yeah, I was just kind of sat around a lot.
pretty much outside of work. That's my thing. Except I did hang out with Sky a little bit. The sound effects are still too loud. I apologize for the people who had to hear that bird go underneath my spear. Um, but yeah, we are back. We are back. Sebastian, like a fool, he was very busy. He actually took his gaming headset and controller into the shower with him, causing his headset to break, just completely fry itself. And he had to get a new one. And now here we are.
If only that was the actual story. No, my headset just stopped working. I think something happened to the jack during transportation.
Mm-hmm. It's
Your
always the
your way of
jack.
describing it is much more thrilling.
Yeah, you can't trust those jacks.
Uh, yes, because they are a nuisance.
You're like, the we can't. Oh man. So, I have a bit of an interesting thing to start us off with.
Oh,
Um, I'm very curious to see your opinions on it. Anime sexuals.
um,
I suppose I can preface a bit further. I encountered one of them. Not encountered, but I saw a tale, one might say, of um, an anime sexual on YouTube, who was like, the TF2 community is being mean to me. Um, I and that community will fall. I'll expose it, and it'll fall on May 15th. And as you can guess, we played TF2 after May 15th, so that has not occurred. That is a not real thing that happened.
yes.
Yes. And it gave me just this idea of like just this general like anime sexuals as a whole are pretty goddamn funny, just like as a concept.
It's I don't know. I think it's rather stupid anime sexual. Like,
Yeah,
yes, anime girls can be very attractive.
they are
Should
very nice.
only be attracted to them? No.
Yeah, that's not gonna help you out. I actually, I don't mean to profile you too much as a weeb, but I wasn't expecting like your full support on my disregard for them. Um,
I see. The thing is it's a completely fictional character, man. Like, it's okay to fawn over one, to have a crush on one, but to just only like fictional characters that are from anime, just it's
yeah.
stupid. It's
Um,
stupid. It's like, part of me thinks it's more or less just an excuse as to why they can't get a girlfriend
or boyfriend.
or boyfriend, if they're into that sort of thing.
No, I'm just saying that like anime sexual is sort of ambiguous around like attraction to a specific sex or gender,
Yeah.
which is another thing. Like, I mean, I guess they would just say I'm an anime hetsexual or something. But the majority, from what I heard from my source, learning about anime sexuals today, is that most of them aren't really legit, and that as a whole, it came about sort of just as a way to mock the LGBT, which is not poggers, not good.
You I got some stuff to say about the LGBTQ community. Cool.
Um,
Anyway, continue.
but yeah, I do think after people popped up that would do this, there like even for like making fun of it. I do think legit anime sexuals showed up after that, which is fine. But then when you want to talk about anime phobes and like phrase it in a way that sort of co-ops the struggle of the LGBT, it's like, what are you doing? You're a weeb. Weebs generally are very like incel types, you know. And I was generally confused.
Hey.
Hey, no, not you, not you. I'm just saying like, you know, it's easy for a guy who can't get girls to be like, "Oh man, what a great waifu." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose.
I'm not digging at any one individual or even the entire group. I'm just saying there's a bit of a tendency.
Okay.
I bound my in order to light arrows better in this game, I bound my lighter away from L to F so that I can kind of keep moving while lighting it. Wonder what you think about that.
No, that makes sense. I am struggling. I cannot, for some reason, fill my thing of water.
Do we have a fire up there, like a bonfire or something?
I don't think we don't have a bonfire, but I think we might have like just a standard fire up there.
It may have gone away because I don't know. I'll build a bonfire.
Okay, well, I gotta come back up there, cook some food and stuff.
Also, I bet the gamers out there like this strat I'm doing to carry along the this rock. Oh wait, here we go.
Oh Lord.
I wonder if they can hear the spam of the E key.
I can hear it.
Okay, then they can probably hear it, so I'll stop. Is this a blueberry bush? No, that is poison. Shit. Okay, so we were on anime sexuals, co-opting the struggle of the LGBT, and yes, they're incels. So, yeah, I just think it's goofy. Like, of course, if you really only get turned on by anime characters, I guess that's up to you. That, of course, it's up to you. I don't think there's much utility to that. Sorry, I can't help you. I have literally no stamina. But yeah, I feel like crap. There was an argument I had for why it's a ridiculous sexuality.
Can't think of it now.
No, I can. I don't remember how I prefaced it correctly. But like if someone was legit about it, like, oh, you're being an anime phobe, I would counter that by saying, no, you're being a little ridiculous. But then, yeah, okay. So in order to like not let people be like, well then, this sexuality is ridiculous, like an actual one, you know. I came up with a point that I think defends my criticism of anime sexuality pretty well, and it sounds a little ridiculous, but I think anime sexuality is, I can't believe I've said this term too many times already, is ridiculous, and this sounds silly. Anime characters can't consent. Can they?
Technically, no.
No. And like, so like, there's no way. So not only will you never have a relationship with your anime waifu, I'm just saying in its current state, like bestiality isn't considered, like I'm sure it's probably like legal in Florida or some shit, but I'd say for the most part it's illegal based off of that factor. So I think that's why anime sexuality would be invalid if we were to apply the same point.
Did you put an arm on here?
Yes, dude. I'm gonna, like, these guys fuck you up on hard mode. I'm gonna be efficient.
But okay,
Effigies are temporary, dude. They break. It's like,
could just go spearfishing or something.
that's true, but that's all the way down there. Anyway, so yeah, I was thinking, I kind of had that point tucked away a little bit. If you were a wee bit more defensive of anime sexuality, but perhaps I profiled you a bit too much.
I love anime. It's a wonderful escape from reality and stuff. But I don't support animated sex. Whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like do whatever you want, but like don't act like like anime phobes are a thing. I don't know, dude. It's very tough.
I actually encountered a anime hater while I was playing games with Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thought that calling us weebs and stuff was an insult.
It's
Really not.
it's literally just an abbreviation for a word that already exists in the culture that describes people who watch anime.
Yeah. Honestly, it's more fucking insulting to call us like normies and stuff.
Oh my goodness. To think of back in the day where you would get like beat up if you like went to an arcade it's fucking goofy at this point. Nowadays we're like offended by being normies. Not that,
Yeah,
no, I totally support the direction that it's all going. If not only for like groups of people who are like us, who are just gigantic nerds, but yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah. Remember back in the day, it was like bad to be a nerd, and now it's like if you're not a nerd, something's wrong with you. Like if you don't nerd out over something,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be Star Wars or anything, just something.
Mm-hmm. That party we had today, I wanted to watch the original Star Wars really badly. It felt like it would have been so retro and nice.
Would have been pretty cool.
Yeah. I feel like that would have been a little nerdy. The old Star Wars movies kind of drag on. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying that's like the kind of watch they are. It's like these 2 hours feel like a solid 3 hours due to like what I'm experiencing while I'm watching it.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So most people probably wouldn't have been down for that, but like something old, like
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't entirely expecting there to be as many people as there was.
I was guessing on maybe one more, but it worked out very well. I'm pleased with that, especially because it was so impromptu. Like I was sitting at work today, I'm like, we haven't done enough in this server yet. I'm throwing a party, and then it happened.
Yeah, it was very impromptu, and I genuinely don't think anybody was really expecting it.
Mm-hmm. It worked out pretty well. Like the fellow server mod, you know her. She's very helpful for the server. I'm glad she decided to swoop in and help us out when we were planning the second gaming event, like the big event. Because she's a very good influence on it in terms of like the people who join her from like her friend group and stuff. It's very good.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have the strong spear equipped. Oopsie doopsie. Good job.
I throw his body on the fire. What'd you put on here? Did you put meat on here?
Not recently. You can eat it.
Not burnt, but it didn't give me any sustenance at all.
I like the 3D eating animation. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he just kind of like looks at the meat like, Very interesting. And then it was gone. Hell,
Yep.
Minecraft does a better job than that, but who cares?
I'm actually very excited for the big update that's going to happen this summer for Minecraft.
Caves and cliffs, baby.
So they're changing how gold and iron ore work.
Interesting. There's small meat on
Um,
the fire. When you,
that
when
that
you're
was
eating it.
mine. So they're changing it from you getting like iron ore and gold ore to you getting iron chunks and gold chunks.
Hmm.
They're doing it like that so that fortune works on more items.
That's nice.
So now you can get several iron bars from one iron ore if you're
Here, eat
fortune.
eat something off the fire if you can. Oh, okay. I guess that's a bit better. But for some reason, when you first did it, you were just like,
Let's
this meat looks
sleep.
interesting. Goodbye.
We cannot sleep.
God damn it! It takes me forever to. Let's see here. Bow, crafted bow. Aha. Yes. Gamer time. Look at that, guys.
Did you make a bow?
Yes, I made a bow. I had no arrows, but that's not a problem. Have you had
Well,
any
good.
interesting dreams lately?
Yeah, I guess they're not interesting to me, but they're pretty standard.
I see.
Um, but others would probably consider them interesting. I usually have dreams of like apocalyptic events.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Yes, I do. Um, quite common actually. 9 times out of 10, if it's a zombie one, I die.
Do you spend any time as the zombie, or is it just
Yeah, no, I do actually spend some time as a zombie eating people, so that's always fun to see.
yeah? We should play Stubbs the zombie, or no? Is it Stubbs the zombie, or is it just Stubbs Rebel Without a Pulse? I forget. Oh well.
I can't remember. A
But
game that I do want to try with you at some point is No More Room in Hell.
oh, indeed, yeah. Man, there's so many like um games kind of like reflect their time era, obviously. Um, but what I mean when I say that is there are so many like eras we haven't quite gotten into yet. Like for me, um, I kind of breeze right past the mid 2000s, early 2010s, just because of the consoles that were available at the time.
That was my like prime time. The only era of gaming that I have barely touched is the 90s. I
Yeah.
haven't done a whole lot with the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Cannibals
hello.
up here, by the way, 3 of them.
Yeah, no, up there I'm dealing with them down here.
Ah, shit.
There's quite a few of them.
Yeah, there is. I don't know if we can do this.
Please not charge me!
But yeah, like Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Mario World, all that shit was my childhood. And it was good. This man's got a stick. This is some next level thinking on this. This sucks without audio because I have like half situational awareness. Anyway, do I have medicine? I don't. So yeah, I do enjoy that I got into, say, Nintendo, like the Super Nintendo, because games like that are really fun to speedrun. Or I guess what I mean is, if I really whittle it down, I like speedrunning Super Mario World and I like Mega Man. I feel like older games have kind of inherent replayability.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Okay, maybe not. I just don't feel like they're such a different formula. Like, they're a newer thing, so they have to be like flashy, and they have to be like, story wasn't really even a thing back then. If you can revive me, that would be highly appreciated, but you probably can't.
I need to finish these guys off.
Yeah, but like, you gotta capture them. Like, a game has to be good on its own merit. Like, it can't be good based off of someone's pre-existing notions of a game, you know? Because back then, you'd like see them in an arcade, and then later on there would be home consoles springing up everywhere, which was, yeah. So I think, hey, very nice. Thank you.
They're not all dead.
Yeah.
There's still, I think there's still like one alive who just ate her friend.
Huh. Oh.
So throwing your spear into them does a lot of damage.
Okay. I didn't have my upgraded one equipped, but when I do, I don't like throwing it because it's such a gamble.
It's throwing it sucks. It can be very dumb at times, but if you land a hit with throwing your spear, it does massive amounts of damage. It does have the capabilities of one-shotting standard cannibals like this.
Mm-hmm. Same with arrows too, but you know.
Only if you hit them in the head, and it's like the actual area that it is to hit them. It's stupid.
I quite like it. It feels rewarding.
No, the thing is though, is like you'll aim and the arrow will look like it goes into their head, but it hits their shoulder.
Not to mention the buoyancy on them.
They
Like,
just
arrows will
bounce off sometimes.
Yeah. Hmm. I had a thought. I believe you'll hate it. About what kinds of, like, what fruit I could make a salsa out of, like what the most extreme like fruit type fruit is. And I believe it was watermelon. I believe watermelon salsa sounds interesting to try, to me anyway.
That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Got me some bone armor.
Yeah. I gotta do more cooking. I haven't lived through enough cooking to where people are like, where I've made something that people are skeptical to try. I want to have that. I gotta have one of those moments where it's like, sweetie, I don't want this. Yeah, because I keep trying to convince Sky of what I told you earlier. Just put a little salt in your instant hot chocolate. Don't use water, use milk. And it turns it into a sort of salted caramel thing. I only said caramel because I had mispronounced it, and I wanted to be like extra sure when I went at it a second time.
Caramel, doesn't really matter.
Yeah. The Brits have got me there. It is caramel, but like, I don't know. English is, as one schoolmate described it at one point, 3 languages in a trench coat.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I think what other people also fail to understand is that there's different types of English. You've got the English that they speak over in Britain. You've got the English that you speak over here in America, and other variants in different places. It's always going to be different depending on where you're at. There's even different variants in the U.S. alone.
Well, dialects, I feel like people generally know about dialects, yeah.
But there's also different variants of like Spanish and French and German.
Mm-hmm.
Also depends on where you live.
Yep. Why is my E key not working? Like, I know I have... Oh, I have water in here. Cool. But, yeah, I think as a whole, there are languages that do communication better.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Even if they do get a little muddied down by, like, all the words being gendered, which I feel like kind of does a little bit to inhibit learning. Me, Evan Bolam, founder of Rosetta Stone over here, definitely knows what he's talking about.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think other languages just do stuff better. Spanish doesn't have any apostrophes, but you probably won't. You probably won't be confused whether it's um, bow as in bow tie, or bow, or anything like that.
Yeah. A language that I want to learn is Japanese.
I knew you'd say that.
Well, it's not even just because of that. It's
No, no,
also
no,
because
no.
my mom grew up partly in Japan
That's really cool.
when she was little.
Yeah.
Um, so I want to learn Japanese so I could teach her,
Mm-hmm.
because that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And also, I could watch anime without subtitles,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to
which
be
would
like,
be a big flex on people.
I didn't mean to be like, oh yeah, don't worry, I know you want to. I was just saying like, let me guess, out of all the languages. But yeah, that's really cool that your mom grew up in Japan. I didn't know that. Um,
Yeah, she used to know Japanese when she was little, but obviously, it's time has passed.
yeah. Um, yeah. I think people should make a big effort to be bilingual. Um, when they're raising a kid.
It is very helpful for the child because it's easier for children to learn a new language than it is for adults.
Mm-hmm. They get that big brain, that big brain cognitive functioning.
Because if you're raised to know two different languages, it's second nature to you.
Yep. It's very nice.
Like English is to us and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Man, why couldn't my mom have taught me fucking Japanese growing up?
Yeah, I do kind of want to
Better.
learn Japanese. Not really for any function. I just think it's cool, and giving a anime antagonist villain dialogue on the fly would be pretty cool.
Right?
I remember I made a joke video at one point that I sent to Sky, and I used Japanese, and I feel like I still vaguely, it was Google translated obviously, but I still vaguely remember the words. It's pretty good. And I know, oh, I'm on my way. Very basic stuff.
It's just like two of them. He's running to you, or no, he's running up to our base. All right, no, you're down here.
Like very good to meet you. I know that, and obviously
I know how to say thank you very much. I unfortunately know how to say dick.
okay.
So yeah, I know such very basic stuff about the language, just stuff that I picked up off of watching anime and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, watch out! Watch out! Oh, okay. Whew, that was close. You know what you're doing. It's fine.
Yeah, very big brain.
I've picked up a little bit from playing Yakuza. No, okay. I haven't picked any up, but I've been able to observe what is, I can assume to be a bit of an accurate representation of Japanese culture, as it's made by Sega, which is based in Japan. So I'm pretty sure I can rely on them for a little bit of accuracy.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So the only downfall, so the one downfall to learning a language, not from, like, if you're not learning it from a human, the only downfall is you'll learn how to speak the language, but you won't learn how to conversate necessarily.
yeah, you don't really know the utility of it. Like Baka. You,
You know,
and
yeah.
like catchphrases from characters, not really um, like conversation that you can use.
hmm It's like understanding it but not being able to speak it.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Language is fun though. God, we only think of language from like I learned this and I learned this to this. Um, like we refer our language to all other languages in terms of like learning, but we don't like think about, at least often we don't think about like someone who's learning like Spanish to Japanese or like
yeah,
Indian to
no, you
Russian
really
or shit
don't.
like that. That just like blows my mind.
I think I think the reason we don't is because we think to ourselves, because the majority of the world speaks English, or at least has English there,
Um,
So we don't think to ourselves, yeah, there are people who speak Spanish who are learning Russian, Japanese, something like that.
mhm. I
But I also feel like it's the same for them. Like they just don't think about that.
mhm. Isn't like by population, isn't Mandarin the most spoken language?
It's possible.
I'm pretty sure, but
English is uh, in more countries.
definitely, definitely. It's a funny thing. And BuzzFeed actually taught me something of merit and use for once. Isn't that wild?
Hmm.
But it's in response to that argument that people make of like, this is America. You speak English,
Fucking
okay?
hate people. America is founded off of fucking foreigners who
Yeah.
speak different languages. So
But
fuck
not
that
only
shit.
that, America is like by population of the Spanish speaking people. I'm pretty sure that's the statistic. The second largest Spanish speaking country in the world.
Yeah.
So,
Uh. Yeah.
yeah.
You were right though. If we're going off of like genuine just population, how many people speak a language, Mandarin Chinese is the most spoken language.
Yeah. Um,
But
God,
China has like God knows how many people living there. So
mhm. God damn, I don't want to get too political, but there's this very interesting conversation. But, um, I don't quite want to have it yet. I like to space these things out. Um, but anyway,
sure.
back to Yakuza. God damn it. Um, it's very interesting how like they'll portray Japanese characters with like simple, like more simple language. Um, like they don't. It's all subtitles, so I can only base it off of like what I see in the subtitles, and the subtitles are like more basic language. And I'm like, is this okay? Am I watching anti Chinese sentiment? And I know like Bruce Lee was an activist um who like tried to get rid of that, like the Chinese people are not dogs and stuff. There would be like signs in Japan like no dogs are Chinese, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's like
The thing is Japan fucking hates China.
mhm.
It has been that way for a very long time. China used to oppress the fuck out of Japan.
Yeah. And that's true. Like China is not good. Um and I don't like America either. Like I'm not just going to say China bad. Um because I don't want to be put on either ends of those spectrums. They're both bad. Um for various reasons. But like yeah, China like does do genocide against Muslim populations. I don't remember the specific population, so I'm
Aren't
not
they
going to
also
butcher
communist?
the enunciation.
Or at
Yeah,
least some of China is communist.
yes, they have a communist party that's adopted more of a mixed economy. Yeah. Dictatorship in communism, you know, hallmark of the 20th century. Gotta give socialism a shot, you know? Be like Denmark or Sweden. Um, I just don't want to be like, this whole thing is bad. But yes, the dictatorships that have shown up from previous communist regimes, including that of China, have been very bad for millions of people.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we can never forget the fact that at one point, fucking Japan had a dictatorship.
Well, most places, I mean, I can probably think of a dictatorship.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right. I don't know why I didn't phrase that nicely. Anyway,
We should get a drying rack.
yes, we should. You said we should in a way that made me think, oh yeah, what are we gonna get for our setups next? What do I even need? I'm okay. And yeah, usually it goes back to I need a new desk, but holy shit, that stuff's expensive.
Oh.
I don't know, really. I'm good. I like what I have thus far. It's all nice.
Yeah, I honestly really do need a new desk though.
Mhm. Yeah. When's the last time you watched a TV show? Not like a miniseries, like Discount, The Mandalorian,
Genuine TV
WandaVision.
show?
Sorry, what?
Like a genuine TV show?
Like yeah, like you don't have to watch it off of cable, but like
Honestly, the last genuine TV show I watched was The Walking Dead.
weird. I don't really like that show just because I don't feel like
I
it's
love
validated
the
its
show.
existence. Yeah, I don't think like its earlier days are that bad. I just don't think it can like validate its existence any longer. Like isn't it still happening or no?
It's ending season 11.
Yeah, like that's a bit of a long run for a show that to me is just like, oh, our crew sets up in a place. There's a human conflict. Zombies show up.
You also have to
Then
remember
a human
that
dies and they go somewhere else. But yeah,
you
go.
also have to remember it's based off of the comics.
Yeah, that's true.
That means that the comics went on for that long.
No, not. I don't think so. That
Comics have technically been around longer.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
What do you mean that doesn't mean anything?
I mean that's like a ridiculous thing to say. Like comics and their real world representation and like their other mediums are different. Sometimes they're like shot for shot remakes, but oftentimes they adopt completely. Kill the bird. Kill the oh shit. Anyway, they adopt like completely different things. Like the boys, one of their new characters is a gender bent version from what happened last time. So I think the length of something's very like absolute source material does not give it its own right to exist in like such a long kind of low quality way, you know. I think like Marvel, you know, like there's no you couldn't hope to draw like a ratio between like the comics have been around for this, so the MCU and this arc has to be that, and this show should go on for this. I just don't feel like there's any there's a lot of standing there. And
I don't know. I just enjoy The Walking Dead.
No, and you're totally fine. I just feel like I have to I have to manufacture arguments for the sake of entertainment. Arguments that aren't over anything important. For the sake of the show, you know? For our esteemed guests. I love the VR game.
Oh, my neck.
I love the
What?
VR game.
Oh,
Walking Dead Sins and Sinners is a masterpiece. Although
Yeah.
I should probably install it on my PC. I think I get it for free since I already purchased it. Because like sometimes I remember when I first played that game, I was like, I really love this, except for the part where like the very edge of the game is like right in your face all the time. And by that I mean like, wow, this is sort of low poly. Can I even go over there? It's about as lowly textured as this other car. Maybe this is a path, but it's not, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that.
The simplicity of it kind of makes the immersion somewhat wonky, but that's only if you're paying attention to it. If you're like, not like, where's my 4K 120 FPS VR running off of an Oculus Quest 2, which is its own console. If you're not doing that, then it's totally fine and it's crazy immersive.
Yeah.
Speaking of immersion, do you remember a while ago you mentioned you thought what if, or no, you were like, I do miss the rumble of a controller though, and you were like I wonder what it would be like if that happened, like for a mouse, like if a mouse could vibrate. And I mentioned,
Yeah.
wouldn't that hurt your fingers? And we immediately recoiled from the idea.
I don't know. It's not a pleasant thought.
No, it's not. Ouch. Ow, my fingies. But the controllers, I was healing myself in Half-Life Alyx, not with a syringe, but like at those medical units, you know?
Yeah.
And the controller, and I looked because, you know, the animation, there's those little needles that like jab into different points in your fingers. And the controller was like vibrating, and I'm like, oh, they're trying to make me feel like mildly uncomfortable with like how this vibration like hits my fingers. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, no, it is.
It makes me wonder about like things like haptics, like how would The Walking Dead VR deal with like, you know, like if they were to program it, how would it feel to get like grappled by a zombie or something like that, you know?
Yeah. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I did not bring the... Why am I cutting this down? We don't need more trees right now.
I have a feeling that the invention of haptics, and for laymen, it means like, it means when you're wearing or like something set up to make any pain experienced in like VR, and I guess in regular games too. Like if you get hit, it's designed to make you hurt in some way.
Yeah.
Usually pretty minor, just to give you that like little bit of immersion. But then there are of course the people who are like, beating Minecraft, but I get shocked when I take damage.
I want to feel the bullet go through my butt.
Yeah, and I'm imagining this guy who's like playing VR and he's like getting his mind blown playing like Boneworks or whatever, but you know, he would have been playing something else because it would have been earlier on. And he takes off the headsets and he's like, he shoots people, he gets shot, and he takes off the headset and his buddies are like, what'd you think, man? And he looks down at his hands, existentially just glaring, and he looks up and he went, what if it could hurt for real though? Like, I don't know. I'm glad it's a thing though, because I definitely would try it out given the opportunity. Although I'd never be like, yes, I will spend $120 for this vest that is extremely warm while I'm sweating in VR and uncomfortable, designed to hurt me when I don't play perfectly.
I would totally spend $120 on that.
You fucking sadist.
I am not a sadist. It's called immersion. I just happen to be wearing heavy clothing
I want
in this immersive world.
How far would this go? Where this dude's got like a haptic suit, like it's a skin suit or something, and it's just loaded up with sensors, and he's got like squeegees and shit for blood on his hands and whatever.
Oh god.
This
Someone
sounds
would probably go to that extent though.
This sounds so hilarious.
Do you have any rabbit furs?
I don't.
What have you spent your rabbit furs on?
I don't know. I don't feel like I've taken the time to go after a rabbit. Chat, did you see it? God damn, I want to do something where I can have a chat. A live chat just feels like so invigorating, you know, to like watch that shit go by.
Yeah. One day, I'm sure.
Yeah. What I really want is for that server on the school or something, or just for the school to do like a stream. And it's a dumb idea, but like, hey, today we'll have a stream where this person does this thing, like they play a game, and if you guys want to donate something, we'll give it to charity and stuff.
That'd be cool.
And you know, tomorrow, or I mean, like it'd probably only be like a once a week thing, but then Susie, there's no Susie at our school, so it's
Actually, I don't even. There might be.
No, I mean I don't know the freshmen really well, but I'm willing to bet there's not a Susie. But like yeah, and next week Susie will like knit or cross stitch or whatever, and you know, just like a sense of like, your turn, bro. Show us what you got. We'll hang back and watch.
Yeah.
But that's not really an idea you can pitch to a school, because it's like, it's not the correct form of like participation that people look for.
It's not what the correct form of participation that the school board looks for.
That's true. That's true. Really sticking it to the man there, you are. I don't see enough fictional moons. Like when I'm playing a game, I want to look up and see like a green moon or something. Come on, games, catch up. If The Legend of Spyro, the Eternal Night can do it, you can too. Another thing that, back to Yakuza, it all goes back. That game has some occasionally janky game design. And by that, I mean, it can't reload checkpoints. And the way that game is designed is occasionally there will be incredibly long brawls that you're meant to have prepared for by buying healing items and whatever you'll need beforehand. And then there will be a boss at the end of that. So ration them out. It'll get your health will get refilled on checkpoint, so just have enough. Like, don't use too much before that checkpoint. Also, if you leave the game because, say, a boss is kicking your ass forever, you'll just lose the save and you'll have to start over, which is annoying as hell.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And but the point I'm getting at is, there will be times where you like don't start off the fight right. You probably see that cannibal up there. It's on your 6. 2 of them. Where you don't get that combo right at the beginning, so you don't have confidence. And you just want to restart. But Yakuza doesn't have any like reload save options like in the game. Or reload like a checkpoint. And it got me thinking, like, this sucks. The Super Nintendo, a console from the 90s, has a reset button on it, if the Super Nintendo has a button, not an in-game feature, a button on the base console, you should probably have it in your game from the late 2010s.
God damn it.
Let's get them.
There's 3 of them, my guy.
I did. The other 2 unveiled themselves very recently. They are fresh in my mind, like the death of Prince Philip. Yep, there goes my spear. Thankfully, this guy's running away too. He's calling his mom. Ugh. But yeah, Yakuza is still a fun game. It's got an amazing story, even though its presentation can be a little choppy. Because, like, it's got the basic, like, sort of, I'd call it in-engine cutscenes, where it's just blocks of text rolling over each other. But then we got that deluxe fucking, like, cutscenes with amazing lighting. And I hate it because, like, sometimes it just really brings the narrative down to, like, go from watching really nice, like, cinematography with awesome voice acting to just watching subtitles go by. And most often they'll still be voice acted, but there's just not the same framing around it, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, so great game. The Japanese make awesome games, but it's signs of, like, reused assets or stuff. It does indicate a really big, like, fluctuation in overall quality. Can we harvest the light from this guy?
No, unfortunately.
That sucks. That's dumb. But yeah, I just dropped him. Where did he go? Oh, he's there. He kind of blended in for me.
Did he just vanish?
No, he did not vanish. I am merely blind.
Oh. Let's see. Why don't we sleep? Probably sleep.
Sounds good.
So it's daytime.
Yeah. Have you played any games like that?
There's this Death Stranding. Death Stranding is, if you die in that game, it is either really nice to you and lets you keep all your stuff and just go back to where you were, like you just come back right there, or you get checkpointed back to right before you left your base, which means that you have to start the entire mission over.
And what dictates that? Like, just some weirdness with, like, oh, this point in progression triggers this checkpoint?
I honestly don't know, because the thing is the game's not like a linear game, you know? It's like played at your own pace.
Yeah.
So I don't really understand how it entirely works.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really irritating at times, because I've spent 45 minutes on this mission walking, you know? I die, and I have to restart from a checkpoint back at my base because I died. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because you have 2 versions of dying. There's you genuinely dying where you get checkpointed all the way back. I'm pretty sure this is how they do it. You get checkpointed all the way back to before you left. And then there's the dying but not dying, more or less just ending the encounter because you lost kind of thing. Like, you died, but you came back to life in time, because your character can't stay dead in this. They come back to life, but because you have the 2 different forms of it, I'm just assuming that in the lore, you know, the one form of dying and just losing the encounter, because the enemies can do, like, one-shots. They can just one-shot you. I think when that happens, it just ends the encounter.
Yeah.
But if you just, like, genuinely die, you gotta start back at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Really irritating. Also, you cannot kill people, otherwise you have to bring their bodies all the way to an incinerator.
Kojima has always done a very good job of leading people towards pacifism in games.
No, you can knock the shit out of people. Like they
No,
put
I just mean like don't end their lives.
yeah. The story the way that you can't kill people because if somebody dies and is left unattended for 48 hours, they explode with the size of an atom bomb.
Yeah.
And that's just one person.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to burn them.
Indeed.
But you don't want to burn them too close to like the city because then that lures more enemies and it's just a whole it's cool though. But yeah, you get non-lethal weapons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can either punch them, you can just go straight in and just beat them up, or you can get like an assault rifle and just go in and shoot them.
Yeah. Once
Or
I
you could
played
just run them over. That's also an option.
once I played through my first through Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater my first time, that was like, your experimental run where you just kind of do whatever works.
Yeah.
I had killed a good few people there. Um, but the next run, I was like, okay, I did this with kills, now I can do it with no kill. And after that, unless it was for a specific achievement or something, or like a rank that they give you at the end of the game, and we should bring that back. End of game ranks are so interesting and cool.
Yeah.
Besides that, I never kill an enemy in that game. Not once.
I kill often because it's just easier on me
Yeah.
in games. But I'll also, I won't always be killing people.
Yeah, different games do it differently as well.
Yeah.
Like when you've got a tranquilizer gun in Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, which like fulfills basically the same purpose as like a silenced pistol. That's different than say Hitman.
God, Hitman not killing anyone other than your target is the biggest pain in the ass.
It's so Yeah, Hitman is like I'm
It's
not
such a
patient
good
enough
game,
for it.
and it's a good challenge. But for people like us, where we're just not that patient, it's just like, come on, man! I don't want to lose points for having to take this dude out because he spotted me taking this dude out.
Yeah. Endless. It's a reciprocating cycle of violence. I'm kidding. Yeah. Also, I've noticed this with Metal Gear Solid 4 and Yakuza being the two major examples of this I can think of. It seems to me that several Japanese games have like episodic storytelling, like their games are divided up by chapters. And
Yeah, fucking Death Stranding, because it's made by Kojima, has episodes.
yeah, and I assume that's
episodes.
I assume, just given the fact that I haven't ever seen a game from anywhere else developed that way, I assume it's something to do with like the product of the culture in Japan, and I am quite curious as to what exactly that is. Yeah.
Yeah. It is pretty interesting, though.
Mm-hmm. I do feel like anime gives people who are like big fans and stuff a bit of a weird relationship to Japan and the Japanese.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, like oh man, Super Mega put it beautifully. Like no Japanese person comes here and goes, "Where can I find the Cracker Barrel?" or anything like that. But a big anime fan would like plan a trip to Japan, and I'm be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna show them all my understanding of the language and stuff, and it's so cool." And there's probably a lot they miss out on, you know.
Probably. I am not that. I'd love to go sightseeing in Japan though. Either that or just straight up live there.
I'm getting a good image of a dude, because you know it's common practice in Japan. Like if you've got a cold, you wear a face mask, even before the
Yes.
pandemic, because,
It's just common courtesy there.
yeah, I imagine this like kid with like an Attack on Titan shirt on, like rushing past a bunch of people older than him, just coughing, running to the nearest otaku convention or anime convention, because otaku is a bit of a, nah, I won't call it an outdated term. I just haven't heard it in a good while.
Nobody really uses it anymore.
There are arrows over here, if you want. I'll mark
I'm
it out.
a little far away.
Okay. I usually mark areas that are lootable in green, just so you know what that's about.
Alright. Currently I'm out trying to find some rabbits for our beds.
Indeed. Wow, this really has been the episode about Japan, hasn't it?
It's all been like centered around Japan, which is pretty interesting.
Or anime. It's probably because I started out with anime sexuals, and it's a bit late in the night to be able to like have a broad like conversation. But
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, deer. I will hunt in the direction of deer. Kratos said that, and I think he knows a little more about hunting than you do, pal, because he invented it. Anyone who knows where that little bit of monologue is from. You win.
I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, but there are so many cannibals around. Good luck. Have a good pee. Well, we get to cut this part out. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. One time, no, he should hear this story. I'll repeat it. I peed the other day, and there was there was your standard, good old, run-of-the-mill stream of pee. You know, as American as apple pie. And so that one's shooting out into the bowl and stuff, all correct. And then off to the side, I'm saying this, there's a secondary stream. It's going off to the right, okay? Now guys have probably done this before, and they'll know the cause, they'll know what's up. But there's like a little there's pee shooting off to the right of the mainstream, and he's back. So I'm just gonna continue to incorporate this into my conversation. I was peeing the other day. There was a standard stream of pee going down, but on the right of that stream there was another stream. But here's the very interesting thing about this piss stream. It arced to the left, like it made a semicircular motion. Like, I'm trying to think. Sebastian, help me out here. You're the physicist. So imagine like a V, right? Like a V shape.
Yeah.
Okay, so point one end of the V down, that's my stream of piss, right?
Oh, okay.
So the other end of the V is on the right. Okay?
Yes.
As I peed, it like went to the left in like a half circle over top of the mainstream. Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty odd.
Isn't that a feat of engineering if ever you heard one?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was probably like the most spellbound I've ever been, just by way of like bodily functions. I 100% killed that deer. Okay, it lagged a little bit, but he's dead.
Are you gonna upgrade your spear?
I lost my upgraded spear because I threw it. So
Yeah, but are you going to upgrade it again?
if I have the bones, I have the bones. But yes, everyone, I hope you enjoyed my TED Talk. I hope it didn't gross you out too much.
Piss. Oh God, I hope my mom doesn't watch this.
What's so wrong about it? What's so wrong about a little bit of piss? Like,
Well, yeah, I understand that, but like, it's a YouTube video, man.
I don't see where you're coming
But
from, bro.
hey,
Definitely worse shit
you
has
do
been talked
you.
about on YouTube. You were gone, okay? I didn't know how to engage the audience.
So you talked about piss.
I talked about an experience with piss. So it's fine.
Sure.
Oh man. Don't worry. I'll have more more marketable stories next time around. My mind naturally doesn't gravitate towards those. It gravitates towards that one weird lady who was talking to herself at the bus station. But yeah.
Have you gotten any rabbits?
Nope. I will help you
Keep
out.
an eye out because we need 3 more rabbit furs.
Okay. I will keep an eye out. I will pop it out and whip it around and boomerang it around the forest.
Okay.
Yeah. To survey for rabbits. Wascally wabbits.
I love how much I stand out in the dark right now because of my headset.
I love how
you know,
much
it
my
glows
cover is
red.
blown by this headset, dude.
Well, it's fucking cool that my headset, glows red.
No, I make fun of you in poorly like exemplified ways. It is cool. It is cool. Yeah, man. The generation after us, dude, if this whole sarcastic teen thing keeps up, we're not gonna know what to say.
Does.
You hope it does?
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Alright, 1 fur down.
So now we just need 1 more.
Oh, alright. 1 fur left, I should say.
Wait, do you have 1 fur?
Yes, I just collected 1.
Well, then we're done.
Oh.
I just killed 2 more rabbits.
Okay. I thought you had taken into account my previous calculation.
Unfortunately, I did not.
Alright. Wait, hang on. How do I offer stuff to you for the achievement?
Take out your, put your metal tray in the little napkin, and then put the thing that you want to give me in it, and combine them.
Take this.
Thank you for the spear.
Hog.
Thanks.
Yeah, I just needed it to...
Do you want your spear back?
Nope. I just needed it for an achievement.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna yeet your spear into this,
You can save it. It'll be your ace in the hole.
Just went into a hole.
You better
We'll find it down there eventually.
You better be, like, dueling a wicked beast down there. And all your weapons are destroyed.
There's, like, 4 or 5 big guys down there.
Yeah. And you're like, oh no, I'm defenseless. And you pick up that spear and you're like, oh man, Evan's such an awesome, considerate friend. He gave me the spear. And now I'll save my life with it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, when we do end up going down there, I'm gonna look for the spear.
I bet it'll despawn by then, but...
I hope not.
Who knows? I do kind of want to find a cheesy way down here where I don't have to explore caves for 15 hours.
No, 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 no.
Not that it would even
You,
work. Like,
no,
obvious, I
you
don't think they
need.
designed it for it to be able to work.
You can cheese your way down there, but you cannot get out.
Ah.
They designed it like that because a lot of people were cheesing their way down and just would walk out through the cave. They designed it so there's gates that you have to open by going through the cave.
Good for them.
Because if you cheese your way down there, you are straight up stuck down there until you die.
Ooh, ducks. Cute. Watch this, guys. Watch this.
It is so bizarre seeing my microphone glow, the fucking ear part glow. It's like, it's so odd.
Never mind. It's no longer a trick shot.
It was not a 360 no scope, jump, crouch, prone shot.
There's probably a there's probably like a blurst image out there of a dude using like a compact bow with a scope.
Probably.
Yeah. That shit's
I'm
funny.
actually kind of curious, would that work effectively?
Very, very, very situationally. Like barely not.
Because I do know that there aren't scopes, but they do put like reflex sights on there for bows, for compound bows.
I don't feel like your sight line. I feel like a scope doesn't really help you because your physical abilities to use a bow doesn't really extend past your sight line.
Well, that's the thing, though, is it wouldn't help you see past that. It would help you just target better.
I don't know. We'll have to ask.
And let me ask you this. Why do we put reflexes on guns?
Okay, yeah. I see what you mean. But you can apply that I can lawyer my way out of this saying I already seceded to you saying that we put reflex sights on bows. I'm talking about scopes.
Scopes would not be as effective putting them onto a bow and arrow, but would probably still be useful in some
onto
situations.
Both a bow and an arrow. I know you were
I'm
referring
gonna
to the
shove
whole
an
weapon.
arrow that has explosives up your ass. I'm on fire now.
Does the scope come free?
Fucker.
Is it raining over there too?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be really cool. I mean, this has got to be a thing and say something big like Red Dead Redemption Online. To be clear, I'm talking about Red Dead Redemption Online 2. Where, like it's raining somewhere, but if you like see a player like, oh, let's go meet up with them, you ride out and then into the sunshine and shit.
Yeah.
The weather in Red Dead Redemption can look spectacular. It's really great.
I love Red Dead. That's why I'm just sad that they're not really doing a whole lot with it right now.
Well, I mean, once you make like a game of the year story, what do you really need to do?
No, it's disappointing because the fact that the reason that they're not doing much with it is because of fucking GTA.
Yeah. I really feel like it's time to abandon GTA 5.
It is time to let the game die.
Like,
you've been supporting that game for almost 8 years.
Yeah. Like, for those of you who don't know, that game is, as Sebastian said, 8 years old. And this does not happen. They're, like, announcing, like, woohoo, GTA 5 is supported on the PS5 and the Xbox One Series X. And it's like, okay.
We don't care. We want stuff for Red Dead.
Give me something new. Well, I mean,
let us build houses on Red Dead, or give us a new fucking video game or something. Like, I don't want to have to continue to play GTA 5.
Yeah. We did the thing. We made GTA 5. Didn't you guys love when we made GTA 5? Fuck you.
That's like, that is straight up like Bethesda just re-releasing Skyrim over and over again.
Yeah. It's what Nintendo does too, except they just like remake a game, but it's the same IP, and it's all nostalgia.
And it's often worse than the original game.
Well, that can be kind of hard to capture, but like, um, I don't know. I feel like they do it. I feel like they produce like solid sixes and sevens when their reputation merits like nines. Not to mention the fact that like I could pick up a brand new Switch like 100 years from now, and I swear to God, they maybe would make like 3 new consoles in that time. And I could still Super Mario Odyssey for $60. Good job, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you like get back here and put your rabbit fur on your bed?
Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm cold. I'm chilly. You're gonna have to.
Fire's already lit.
You're gonna have to snuggle me back to a healthy temperature, my dude. There's a lot of logs down here.
I know, you're the one who piled them up down there.
I did a good job too. We don't have much use for them at the moment, but
yeah. Hold on, give me a second.
I am giving you a second. What are we gonna talk about now, fellas? I got a dual monitor system. You don't really care, but I bought a new cable, and now my screen goes both to my PC.
I will be right back, Evan.
And to my not my screen doesn't go to my PC. My PC connects to both my monitor and my TV, which is very nice. Thank you for not allowing me the time to not do good telling a story. Hello. Probably shouldn't eat this now, but it's already on the fire. Oh, you're not back. Oh, is he looking around? No, that's an idle animation. Let me tell you, fellas, I'm glad I don't have to cut out that earlier part, because I suck at, I really should have. Yeah, that's what I'll use my dual monitor for. I'll treat you guys to some expert level editing. I'll put it up all nice and snug on my TV, so that way I only need glance and look up and see exactly what time we are recording at, because we're probably at like a good 80 minutes right now, and also I can write down little notes like what timestamps I need to go to censor the slurs Sebastian says. Anyway, yeah. Should we leave him? Should we close it off without him? Should we make him feel all lonely? Like, you know, he went to the bathroom, and for a long time he couldn't find his girlfriend at the party. That has more sinister connotations that I meant. I just meant, like, you know, it's like, I came here with my girlfriend. Now where is she? I don't know these people. I don't know. I'm hard on him. I'm hard on you, buddy, ain't I? Oh, if he notices that, I'm dead. But yeah, it's been very nice getting to work with this guy. We still talk over each other, and we're not very good at making points yet, like making specific points in concise ways. I feel like it doesn't matter up until we're talking about important things, or things that sort of reflect our personalities more. I don't know, but we'll get better at it. I feel like we've already observed the interruptions that we do, and we're trying to do better on that front. And I feel like we've done a good job thus far. Yeah, it would be funny if his internet just shit out. then I really wouldn't have much of a choice because this has gone on for quite a long while. We should talk about Doom next time. I think so. We might even get to recording tomorrow because Sebastian's headset was broken, and we wanted to do 2 episodes over break.
Yes, we will be recording tomorrow.
All right.
How
Whoa!
long have we
The
been recording
Herculean
now?
strength on that boy. Anyway, he sent those logs like 2 people high.
This here is your bed. It's right here.
Yes, I know. Clunk.
You only need one symbol, though. Alright, what color should we have this symbol? Yellow, green, purple, red, or blue?
Not red. I have a system. Purple or blue or
Purple.
yellow is fine. Yeah.
Purple it is.
All right.
How long have we been recording?
That is a very nice question. I bet it's a solid 80 minutes, and I will check very quickly. Stop recording. Yep. 81 minutes as I just said that. So,
I think that is a good place to stop it.
I think that's a very good place to stop it. Our conversations were a bit more drawn out. They didn't quite have as much variation as I wanted.
But I think that's okay because in a lot of different podcasts and stuff, there won't always be a huge variety in what they're talking about.
I'm just saying, like, we're getting a good we're getting the notches on our belts.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah. I hope you all have a great time. You can't see it because this is the point where we're gonna fade out because you don't get to see my editing software because you haven't subscribed to my Patreon yet. I'm sorry.
Have a
But
great
Sebastian is
day,
jumping
night,
around.
whenever you're watching this, just
Yeah. All
have
right.
a good rest of the day, I guess.
Yeah, happy April, everybody. See ya.
Yeah.